So how do you take screenshots on your Mac and record your screen as well? Well, I'm going to go over the basics, but I'm also going to show you a couple things I'm sure you won't know. Let's get into it. All right, welcome back. So what I'm going to do today is a couple things. I'm going to show you some of the basics, obviously, first, really quickly, on how to take screenshots on your Mac and record some video. Just the basic screens that you need to know and the keys you need to know and stuff like that. But stay tuned. I'm going to show you a couple things I know you probably will not know about. My channel is about learning, and so what I try to find is I try to find a good mix of what are things I'm going to use every day, and then what are the kind of special little hidden things in there that you may not know a little bit about, or you may not know about at all. So I'm going to go ahead and just start this off, and we're going to keep it fairly short. I say that every time. I always have people I joke with. But anyways, I'm going to keep it fairly short. I'm just going to show you the basics, but then I'm going to show you a couple little tricks here and there. So stay through the whole video, because I guarantee there's going to be a couple things in here you do not know about. And post them in the comments if you did, because there are a couple weird things, like when you have weird situations and you need to record something very specific. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then also there's a couple things as far as waiting for, your screen. Whenever you take a screen capture, there's like a little icon that sits there and it waits for a long time before it actually saves it. I'm going to show you how to turn that off and some other stuff like that. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, let's get into it. I'm just going to show you my screen share here, and then at the end of the video I'll come back and kind of wrap everything up. But let's go to the screen share. Let's go. All right, so let's get into the basics. Now, I promise you there'll be a few things I hope you don't know about, but let's just go with the basics really quickly. We'll get through them fast. So if you go up to your Apple icon and you go to System Preferences, you open up this window, double-click on Keyboard, and go then to Shortcuts, see it right there, and then way on the left-hand side over here, there's Screenshots. These are the basic, you can change these if you want, but it's really going to be Shift Command 3, Shift Command 4, and Shift Command 5. And you can go ahead and uncheck and check these if you want these to be registering. Long story short, though, this is where, this is if you forget what these are, you can come in here and see where they are. So that's where you find them, but don't worry about that right now. I'm going to show you how to do, I'm going to show you a lot more about this in a second. All right, so let's go ahead and just fool around with Shift Command 3 first, and we'll go through this quick, and then we'll get to the ones that are more advanced. So Shift Command 3. I'll do that. You hear that noise. It takes, now this screen over here pops up and you'll see it. I'm going to explain what that is in a second. Now it takes a couple seconds, maybe, 15, 20 seconds for this to go away. But what that did is it took a screenshot of the entire screen. Also note, though, that if you do have multiple screens open, it'll actually take them of all the different screens. And I'll show you how to get around that in a second. See how that went away now? And then finally it gets saved up here on your desktop. A lot of people complain about that time there, and I'm going to show you how, if you want it to be saved instantly up here instead of have to wait for this to kind of like sit here for a while, then go up here, I'm going to show you how to get past that. But so Shift Command 3 takes it of your entire screen. And so if I open this up, you'll see it's my exact screenshot there of what I actually took, the entire screen, my desktop. That's number one. Shift Command 4, I click on that, Shift Command 4, you'll see that it gives us like little crosshair up here. You can see it now, right? It's very hard, but look at that crosshair. Now I can take my left mouse button, click, and then drag, and whatever I release on, it's going to do the same thing. So now let's see how it's down here waiting, and there's a reason for that. I'll get into that. But so it's only going to take that portion that I selected. So obviously when this is all done loading and everything, here it is over here. And if I double click on this, it's going to just be that just little portion that I actually selected. And that's Shift Command 4 for that. But the one thing I wanted to show people that I always use, don't even worry about those things because you can do a lot more. Just click Shift Command 5 and you'll see down here, it's going to bring open this box that gives you the capability of doing everything. And there's a lot of advanced features in here I'm going to show you about. All right, and just a couple things. If you do click Shift Command 5 and this comes up down here, and you can also click off of it, the X right there, but just click the escape button, it's going to go away. If you decide to not, you changed your mind, you don't need to take a screen capture, that's fine. So let's just go ahead and open that up again. Shift Command 5. So you'll see right away that it's on this first box. Capture entire screen. See this little camera here? If you have multiple screens open, if you move this to the other screens and you click on it with your mouse, it's going to just take a picture of that. So just that screen. If you have 3 screens, only that screen will be taken the picture of, not all 3 of them. So just that's a key. Otherwise, if you click capture down here like this, you'll hear that go, and that's going to take a picture of all 3. I only have 1 open, so it's not going to do that here, but so it's going to take a picture of this whole screen. But if you had multiple monitors and stuff, you're going to get all those in there. So here we go. There it goes over there. So one thing I wanted to show people, let's just go ahead and we're going to open that back up. So that's the first thing. Now the second thing is when you see that you capture that, let's go ahead and capture the screen one more time. there is this window that pops open like I was talking about right here. Now I'm going to click on it this time, I'm just going to not wait for it to go away. I'm going to click on it and it's going to open up this other screen here. See that? So it opens up a screen. Now inside this screen, you can actually, before it saves it, you can go ahead and annotate it. You can add text up here. You can add your signature. You can crop it. So you can go ahead and crop like this, and then you can, whatever you want to do, basically crop. You can choose which part you want to crop in here and then crop it. So there's a lot of things you can do, inside of this window, and it's kind of like a drawing tool, but nothing's saved yet. If I go up here and I click done, then it's going to do that process where it saves it over here. But if I actually click delete, because I just didn't like the screenshot, you'll notice that it doesn't get saved here. So that little screen that pops open, it gives you the option to click on it, modify it, and then delete it. All right, so this time though, if I go ahead and I capture the screen again, and this time I click on this again, so instead of deleting it, I can also modify it with this stuff up here. You have to basically, go ahead and choose what you want up here. There's this pen tool. You can go ahead and highlight that. You can draw like that on it. You can go ahead and rotate it, whatever you want to do. And then this time, instead of deleting it, if you click done, just done, you can go ahead and click that. Now it's going to do that same process. See how it saved it over there? This time it saved it. Last time it didn't. So that's how you can go about deleting stuff and then saving it. But there's a problem with this. Now the problem more or less is that window, that time down here, a lot of people hate to wait for that. So let's just go ahead and do Shift Command 5. So this time I'm going to go ahead and capture the screen, but no, I don't want that window to show up. I want it to be saved directly over here. So I don't want that time. I don't need that screen there. I want my capture to save instantly. Go into options here, and this show floating thumbnail, see it there? Go ahead and uncheck that. So now it's unchecked. So now what I can do is if I go ahead and click capture, watch this. I'm going to capture it. Nothing there and right there. So now it skipped that step of having this window pop open, and it went right to my desktop, and that's obviously key. So you don't have to wait for that 15 seconds while this window shows up. So a lot of people hate that. Second thing you can do is Shift Command 5 again. So also I have all these things piling up on my desktop. If you go in here to options again, you can go in here and you can actually save to another location, see it here, or you can save various places. You can click on another location and you can go ahead and pull open any area that you want these to be saved to. So it's good to create a folder so they're not just getting stored out here, and that's a key there. So make sure you choose the options and then other locations so they don't get stored on your desktop if that's not what you want. All right, so the next thing here is capture selected window. So if I go ahead and click on this second one, see it there? And I have a window open like this. I can just click on, this is the window here that's open. And see how it highlights it when I go over it. Now it's blue. You just go ahead and click on this. And look at that. Now it's going to go ahead and take the screenshot. Remember, I turned off that feature where it sits there for a while, so now it's saving instantly down here. I'm just going to leave this fill up on my desktop for this video, but I wouldn't do this normally. So that's how it takes the screen. So if I go ahead and go like that and close that down, and I go ahead and open this up, you can see it only took it of that actual window. So that's what that's for, that second option there. The third option, if I do open this back up, is this third one, capture selected portion. So if I click on this, you're going to see this time it's going to open up this square, which I can move around like this. Now again, if I move it over here and I click capture, it's going to capture this, do the same thing, save it to the desktop. If I move it over here, it's going to capture that part. I can capture this part, whatever. So this time though, there's one key here that you want to take away from this. If you leave it like this, instead of clicking capture right here, what you can do is you can go ahead and click Command C, just like that, and that's going to take it to the clipboard. So you'll notice over here it didn't save it, right? But what it did do is it saved it to the clipboard. So now you can do Control V and you can paste it anywhere you want. So if you're basically going to be going down and you want to go into something like, let's go back over here, let's just open up Pages really quickly, and this may take a second, but I want to go ahead and open up a blank page here. So now I can just go Command V. And look at that, it put that piece right there because it didn't save it over here, but it put it on the clipboard, so now I can paste it anywhere I want because it's on the clipboard. So that's one option there for you as well. It's another tip you can learn. All right, now here's a tip a lot of people may not know about. So let's just say you want to get some menus or something where you have to move around and try to get the perfect thing taken. You don't want to have to deal with like pushing buttons and stuff. Like let's say I want to go ahead and get this thing open, whatever, and I want to take a screenshot of this. All I got to do is just don't worry about it. Just go ahead and open up this window down here. And this time under options, what you want to do is just click 5 or 10 seconds. See it there? I'm going to click 5 seconds. So now let's say capture entire screen. But now if I click, on the screen, there's going to be a countdown. See it there? And that countdown down there, if I go ahead now, it gives me time to move over what I want. and then wherever I was when that 5 seconds came up, like right there, it's going to go ahead and add the screen over here. You can see it. So let me go ahead and double click on this. And so now it opened up this screen, and it took a picture after the 5 seconds of where I was, and I was up here, see it? So you can go ahead and just gives you 5 or 10 seconds to go ahead and open up a bunch of stuff and not worry about it, and then get ready, and then it'll take the screenshot after that time. So that's a good tip. All right, now on video, I'm going to go through this very quickly on video, but if you click the same Shift Command 5, this box down here opens up, and the reason I have a screen share here is I can't actually record video and show you it at the same time how to do it, so I took a screenshot. Long story short, Shift Command 5 will bring this option open. These 3 icons which we went over obviously take screen captures of your screen, but this is going to record your screen in video. So this first icon here is going to just be, you click on it and it'll record the entire screen, so whatever you're doing on the screen. First, you have to click record to once you select this, click record to start the recording. Once you click record, if you look at my screen because I'm recording, it's going to create a little bubble up here. See it, this little bubble? And as soon as you're done recording, you click that and it'll stop the recording. But this is how it shows you that it's recording the screen, this little dot up here. The second one here will only basically capture a portion of your screen. Same thing, you click that first, click record, and then it should show a bubble up here, and then you click it when you're done, and that'll stop it, and then it'll save it over here, wherever you want to save it. The options change a little bit if you're actually here now under one of these settings versus over here. The only difference really is you can still save it where you want. You can put a timer on it, but there's a microphone that shows up, and you can, I have a Yeti external microphone, and if you have external microphones, they'll show up here as long as they're in the preferences. Then you can select the input device because you're recording your screen and you're talking like I am. So you can choose it here, and then again, click record, and it's going to record your screen. So that's really how easy this is, and it's super easy to do either of those. So let me know what you think. Well, what do you think? Now, I guess a lot of people know how to take screenshots. They're probably going to know the basic commands. They're going to learn that pretty quickly. If you didn't, and you're just a beginner in macOS, definitely this video should help you. But the people that are more advanced, let me know in the comments if you knew all of those things, because there's a couple in there I think you may not have known. At least I didn't. I mean, I always go and research stuff, and then I'm like, hey, that's kind of, if I need to do menus, drop-down menus, how do I take a screenshot without it disappearing? Just a little tip, you can do the timed version of it. So things that you kind of always see in there, but you just don't, it doesn't register. I don't actually try it, or I never use it because I have no idea what it does. So hopefully this helped people out. And post comments though. Let me know of other things you can do or you've found that are kind of, things that are not, that I call off the beaten trail, that may not be the most advanced stuff, but also people just don't know about. So anyways, let me know if you guys like the videos. Click the like button if you can and support the channel. I make a ton of videos. I'm up to like 300. If you can support me, I'm trying to get up, my subscriber rate up and trying to get the likes up if I can. Talk to you soon. Peace.